Have you ever struggled to express your complex ideas and opinions in English? It's not uncommon to grapple with this, especially when you're navigating advanced sentence structures or trying to effectively use linking words. Maybe you've found it challenging to share your personal perspectives or balance your opinions with evidence. If these situations sound familiar, you're in the right place. In this video, you will discover how to express your complex ideas and opinions effectively in English. Firstly, having a good grasp of advanced sentence structures can make a huge difference. Think of sentence structures as the framework of a house. The stronger and more varied your framework, the more elaborate and beautiful your house can be. In the same way, a deep understanding of advanced sentence structures allows you to express complex ideas and opinions with precision and flair. Let's dive into a few examples. One advanced structure is the conditional sentence. This type of sentence expresses a hypothetical situation and its consequences. For instance, if I had known about the meeting, I would have prepared a presentation. Here, the speaker is expressing a regret or a hypothetical scenario that didn't happen. Another powerful structure is the relative clause. This is a type of clause that gives additional information about a noun. For example, the book that you recommended was incredibly insightful. Here, that you recommended is the relative clause, providing more details about the book. Now let's talk about passive voice. While we often encourage the use of active voice, the passive voice can be a useful tool for shifting focus or creating variety in your sentences. For instance, the cake was eaten by the children emphasizes the cake, not the children, as the main subject. Then there's the compound complex sentence. This structure combines at least two independent clauses and one or more dependent clauses. For example, although I enjoy reading, I couldn't finish the book, and I ended up watching the movie instead. This sentence expresses a contrast between two actions and a cause-effect relationship, all in one go. These advanced structures may seem daunting, but remember, practice makes perfect. Start by incorporating one new structure into your conversations or writings each day. Gradually, you'll find yourself using them more naturally and effectively. By mastering these advanced sentence structures, you can communicate your ideas more clearly and effectively. So keep exploring, keep practicing, and watch as your words take flight, expressing the full breadth and depth of your thoughts and ideas. Next, let's delve into the world of linking words. Linking words, also known as transition words or conjunctions, are the invisible threads that weave our thoughts together and give them a logical shape. They are the bridges that connect our ideas, making our sentences not just a random collection of thoughts, but a coherent, meaningful narrative. Take the words, however, on the other hand, and as a result, for instance. Each of these plays a unique role in guiding our narrative in a specific direction. However is often used to introduce a contrasting idea or an exception to what has been previously stated. Consider the following example. I love going to the beach. However, I don't like getting sunburned. Here, however, acts as a pivot, turning the narrative in a different direction. On the other hand, is another linking word that introduces a contrasting viewpoint. It's like saying, let's look at this from a different angle. For example, I enjoy reading fiction books. On the other hand, my sister prefers nonfiction. Lastly, as a result is used to indicate a consequence or an outcome of a certain action or situation. For example, it rained heavily all day. As a result, the picnic was canceled. In this case, as a result is showing the direct impact of the heavy rain. These are just 3 examples, but the English language is replete with such linking words. They are the glue that holds our sentences together and the compass that guides our narrative's direction. They help us express complex ideas and opinions with clarity and precision. Linking words are like the spices in a dish. Just as spices add flavor and depth to the food, linking words add depth and coherence to our thoughts. They also help us navigate the flow of ideas, making our speech or writing more engaging and easier to follow. Linking words are a powerful tool in your English communication arsenal. Use them to your advantage. Another key aspect of expressing complex ideas is sharing your personal perspective. Yes, it's all about giving your unique take on things and making it count. One of the ways to do this is by using phrases such as, from my perspective, and it seems to me that. These phrases are like your personal stamp. They signal that what follows is your own viewpoint, not just a fact or a commonly accepted idea. Say, for instance, you're in a discussion about environmental conservation. Instead of merely saying, deforestation is a major concern, you could say, from my perspective, deforestation is a major concern because it directly impacts biodiversity and accelerates global warming. See how this phrase adds weight to your statement. It shows that you're not just parroting facts, you're analyzing them and forming your own conclusions. Now let's try another example. Suppose you're writing an essay about the impact of technology on society. You could say, it seems to me that while technology has certainly made life easier, it has also led to increased dependence and a sense of isolation among people. Here, it seems to me that introduces your viewpoint and sets the stage for a more detailed discussion. These phrases are powerful tools, but remember they should not be overused. They are most effective when used sparingly and in the right context. It's also important to remember that expressing your perspective is just one part of the conversation. Listening to and respecting others' viewpoints is equally important. Think of these phrases as a way to invite others into your thought process. They signal that you're about to share something personal, something that might differ from the norm, and that's what makes a conversation or a piece of writing truly engaging. So, the next time you find yourself in a heated debate or writing an essay, remember to use these phrases. They can help you articulate your thoughts more effectively and add depth to your arguments. Remember, your perspective matters, and these phrases can help you express it. So go ahead, speak your mind, and let your voice be heard. Finally, let's talk about how to make your arguments more persuasive. When expressing complex ideas and opinions in English, it's crucial to balance your thoughts with solid evidence. This not only enhances the credibility of your argument, but also makes it more compelling to the listener or reader. Imagine you're discussing the impact of climate change. Instead of simply stating, climate change is a serious issue, you could say, according to a report by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the global temperature has increased by approximately 1 degree Celsius since pre-industrial times, leading to significant environmental changes. Notice how the latter statement is more persuasive? That's the power of evidence. Now, let's consider examples. Examples are like the seasoning in your argumentative soup, adding flavor and depth to your points. For instance, if we're debating the benefits of learning a second language, you could say, learning a second language has numerous benefits. For instance, a study by the American Council on the Teaching of Foreign Languages showed that bilingual individuals often perform better in multitasking scenarios. When you back up your opinions with evidence and examples, you're not just stating your viewpoint. You're painting a vivid picture that invites others to see things from your perspective. It's like building a bridge of understanding, making your ideas more accessible and engaging. With these techniques, you can make your arguments sound more persuasive and clear. Now that we've covered these techniques, it's time to put them into practice. Today, we've journeyed through the world of advanced sentence structures, explored the power of linking words like however and on the other hand, and delved into expressing personal perspectives using phrases such as from my perspective. We also learned the art of balancing opinions with evidence, making our arguments more persuasive and clear. With practice, you can confidently express your complex ideas and participate in more in-depth discussions. Keep practicing and happy learning.